Hello, how are we? Welcome in. One of these days I'll have an actual greeting when I start. Today's not one of those days. But anyway, how is everyone? Welcome in. It's been a while. My sleep schedule's shit, still. And unfortunately, midway through the week, we had an emergency where we had to bring our cat to the vet. Cat that is currently playing with my curtains, apparently. Okay. Come here to me. Come here. I can't be strong-arming him and pulling him, because unfortunately he had a small bladder stone. And they had to stick a catheter in. So I'm not messing I'm not messing with him. You got the Apple TV. I think that's for everyone. For some reason that is for everyone. I don't understand what it's about or why it's for everyone. I have no idea. I didn't think anyone actually gave a shit about Apple TV. Oh, that's new. You are, however, going to tear my foot open doing that. How you doing, Benny? Here, Loki. You can jump up. Come on. No one cares about Apple TV. Yeah, no one does. No one does. I'm surprised that it is in fact a drop. God damn it, Loki. Hello. Why up onto my desk, huh? Leave the mic alone. I don't want to be just throwing you off the table. Your pretty kitty has had a long stay at the vets. Oh, thanks for the sub. Thank you very much, Benny. God damn it, Loki. I don't know why he started acting up now. He hasn't come near me all day. Oh, no, you don't. Go on. Down you go. Or onto my lap, even. There we go. Fair enough. He's sorted himself out. But yeah, no one gives a damn about Apple TV. I don't think there's even much on Apple TV to begin with. Has my camera been moved? Oh god, I moved it too much. Love it when they decide the best place to be is cat butt in your face or mic. Yeah. That's all he ever decides. And oddly a lot lately, he waits until I start to stream before he does anything. He will literally wait until I speak. And the moment I speak is when he just goes, oh sweet, cool, conversation. Now I must get involved. Retroactively. Subtle cat fart and mic. Don't even bring up cat farts, because it's to the point where we're not quite sure if our two older cats do fart. They probably do it silently. But our kitten, however, is not on that level. Silent it may be, but deadly it is. We had her home for like a day, and we were trying to figure out what the hell the smell was all of a sudden. Like 4 times we sat in the living room with her throughout the evening. Only for us then to realise, oh okay, she's just farting like a champion. Absolutely no holding back. Cats are great. They have a strong sense of enjoyment, mostly brought through chaos. Only ever brought through chaos, really. I don't think they know what calm, collective, and quiet is. Yeah, but yes, it's been a week since I've streamed. I think Saturday-wise I went to stream, but I was making a video that I thought I would have out by Sunday, and then by the end of the day realised I wouldn't. And then Sunday went out the window. The moment our cat needed to be brought to the vet. Monday and Tuesday went the same. The poor bugger only came back yesterday evening. Today is his first day back home. And the vet made quite a point to stress how frustrated at being at the vet the cat was. Like, our cat was really not happy day 2. Really not happy. I don't really understand how you get the moniker of ferociously adorable kitty at a vet, but he did it. But to wean myself off talking about the cat for a moment, plans be it as thus. MSQ. I don't really plan on doing anything else. Obviously a dungeon or trial if they pop up. I don't know if we'll end up getting to them that quickly. I've literally just finished the 95 dungeon. So there'll at least be 2 levels of... There'll be 2 levels in between before there's any dungeon of sort. And I don't know if the dungeon or trial or whatever starts at the beginning of 97, the middle of the 97 quest, or at the end of the 97 quest. I just don't know. I haven't pre-planned any of this shit. I have still kept myself very spoiler-free. Very, very spoiler-free. I'm still doing a lot of it off-stream because I want to get through this as quickly as possible. Yeah, need to turn things down on my side. Oh, my cat has returned. Oh yes, you just rub yourself all over my fucking curtains. Because that's what my curtains needed. How you doing, Happy? How are we? How far are you into the MSQ? Because I don't want to be spoiling you. Brr. What am I doing for this? Alright, we'll get the Sam to 76 or to 96 on this one, and then I'll swap the Viper. Nice. Oh, I finished it a while ago. Okay, so you... Oh, fair enough. You've actually finished it. So am I the only person so far who hasn't finished the MSQ? Like, am I that far behind and that much of a procrastinator that I've yet to finish it? But even the people who are still almost 2 expansions behind me are finished. Yes. Yes, yep. Okay, well, you know, that kind of explains my life, realistically, doesn't it? Forever behind... in whatever context you may want it to be. Fuck's sake. At least I'm faster this time than I was the first time. Froze. Don't tell me I've frozen. OBS side is good. Well, my silency's alright. Thank Christ. I've yet to realise how pale I fucking look, though. I've done all the shared fates to rank 4, too. I would say refresh, Petty, because it seems okay on my side. Unless anyone else has any problems. I haven't touched the fates at all. I haven't done a single fate. I've not even looked at doing the fates. Fine for yourself. Refresh fixed it. It was weird. That's happened to me once or twice before. Nice armor. Oh, wait, hold on. Just remembered something. I'm not procrastinating, I promise. Maybe a little. Maybe only a touch. I did all my role quests earlier. Oh, does these only come with one? Huh. Why aren't you dyeable? Antiquated fruit. Huh. Huh. You are level 90, right? Oh, maybe you're not. Maybe you're not. Maybe I don't know where I got the Dragoon armor from. Oh well. Oh, I also got the capybara mount. That was a fun one. Yes, I've seen and heard much of the capybara mount. I must get one myself once I finish the MSQ. As for now, it's mostly just a carrot on the stick for me. Because I'm still behind. I will get there one day. That's fucking rad looking armor. It's really rad looking armor. Oh, that's the Rathalos, mate. Oh, really? I have to go do my Rathalos soon as well. You dyeable? Oh, you're not dyeable. You're just red, like Rathalos. Oh well. You're useless for my Reaper. Doing a trial real quick so I can upgrade chest piece. No problemo. I'm going to position us in place to actually do a quest. See, there's a lot of things I want to get, especially when I finish the MSQ. I want to do Savage so we can trial so I can get the goddamn wings. I just want to do Arcadian just in general. And it'd be really, really nice to be in a position where I can do content when it comes out. Rather than how I'm doing it now. Like 6 months later. Cool, cutscenes. We'll let these roll through and we'll keep talking some shite. It's our great honour to host the comrades of our future Dawn servant. Such a grand journey has doubtless left you fatigued. Please relax and enjoy your stay. Yeah, so we'll let everything just plough on through. But yeah, I've gotten to the midway point. I have discovered the Gold City. So wait, contest is over, right? Yep, contest is over, I believe. Level 95, so I'm at the halfway point now. I'm ready for the switch and the reveals. Surprised to see me. I suppose it's only natural. May I come in? I thought these were all going to be voiced. The wings look so sick, but I can't be screwed. Actually learning how to play the game well. You know what? I'm on the same wavelength as you, but I want the wings. I will aim for the wings. I haven't properly thanked you. That my sister was able to realise her potential is testament to the quality of her travelling companions. Particularly you. Hot take, Wuklamad isn't ready to be Dawn Servant. No, she isn't. There is still some required learning. For that you have my heartfelt gratitude. She has the qualities to be a Dawn Servant, but she's not ready to be. There is a lot of required learning on the side. I only did as you might have in my position. She needs a few more years. Well, I'm hoping that the idea of the expansion is to lead into her learning. Because I'm hoping at this moment in time it is not a case of the expansion is finished, next expansion, new continent, new power struggle. Then again, maybe, you know, the actual patches and that come along, maybe they'll clear up some of it. Maybe they'll have some of the growing pains. I'm hoping this is going to be kind of like Stormblood. You know, kind of, it's a good story, badly written, not really much of a finish, and then suddenly the patches after are just mwah, perfect. And then bring it all together. But we'll see. My primary business and calling is to deliver a message from Lamati. As you well know, after the Ascension ceremony, she will officially take up the mantle of Dawn Servant. She has expressed a desire for you to accept a post within her administration. I'm the Warrior of Light. I can't be accepting posts, I'm sorry. While making no mention of me. You needn't decide immediately. My sister will broach the matter with you again after the ceremony. Whether you continue to assist Lamati or not is up to you. That's all, if you'll excuse me. See, it's only the midpoint, so I'm assuming there is, you know, there is quite a bit more after this. I'm assuming we get to see fucking Geralgel and all them. You become someone irreplaceable to her. As her brother, I acknowledge that with no little jealousy. But believe me when I say that I hope you'll stay by her side. No, I have more adventures to do. Her bit's over. I want to see the world. Like, I'm assuming at this point in time, it's all about getting into the actual city now. The day of the Dawn Servant Ascension ceremony. I want to say ceremony. The ceremony. This is just one of those things where I wish that your own character could show up pissed. And thank you for bringing me here. It was a lovely journey. Poof, bright colours.
What a crowd! As befits the changing of Dawn's
Even the crowd suits it. You could be pissed off your head with no problem. I'm the Warrior of Light. I can't be tied down. You can't tame this stallion. So at what point
Look! He's here!
does the Head of Reason actually fucking speak? It's been half the expansion.
The Head of Reason is resting again. Thought he'd grace us for this occasion at least.
People of Tuliolal, you honor us with your presence.
I do like his
For
voice
on
though.
this auspicious day, we witness the dusking of one era and the dawning of the next. The succession of Dawn Servants. But I've talked for long enough.
That was
Allow
the
me to present the
quickest
claimant,
speech ever
whose
to decide you were talking
determination,
long enough.
wisdom, and compassion guided them to triumph and the city of gold.
I still don't understand why the entire opening of the expansion is about how the City of Gold is a mystery and a legend and possibly doesn't exist, but yet he just happily says it out loud here. Every chance your character has to drink, there never seems to be an option to do so. My headcanon isn't that Nanamu drinking poison scared them. It makes sense. You think about it. There's that small little brainworm that's like, look, if you drink this, you could die.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Whereas if he kept his guns, he might have built up an immunity. Looking at them all, cheering and happy, unaware of the economic crisis they're about to face, and the chaos of a Dawn servant who has no experience in
Growing
this.
up in this city, I used to think I knew all there was to know about Tulihyolal. But my journey showed me how much I had yet to learn about the cultures, histories, and aspirations of this nation. Through the time-honored Ihana, the Hanuhanu taught me how they nourish and cultivate both the land and their bonds.
Though if you
with
actually
visitors.
think about it, when Galuljas actually started, he
And with
probably
their
was in the
alpacas
same
and trade
position.
craft, the Pelupelu showed me the depths of their patience and fortitude to know when to push through.
Because like he's been in power for the
and
last
when
80
not to push
years.
your luck. From the moblins and their artisans.
Though a bit weird for no
I
one to
gained
bring up the fact that
insight into the
he'd
power of creativity.
been the leader for
That
80
it is
years.
when we are filled with passion and bolstered by the support of others that we
Like
produce
that sounds like a
our best
dictatorship,
works.
realistically. And now he's literally just he's passed on
I
that
was
leadership
moved by the
to one of his
history
daughters.
and hopes of
Well,
the
one of his
Yokui,
kids.
who believe that death isn't the end,
So like
that we live on so
he's
long
just
as we're
ruled as a
remembered.
king and is keeping it in the family.
I felt joy and harmony in Yaktel when I tasted Shebruk Pibil. The
Like he had
dish that
no
marked the beginning
no
of
want
peace between the
to be giving
Shekar
it to
and
Bakul.
Mamurja after
You only had him there
centuries
to
of
fill it
warfare.
out to make it seem kind of fair.
And I felt sorrow in Mamuk when I met with those who placed their faith in the promise of blessed siblings, and for this were burdened with great suffering. Through the understanding we forged, I'm hopeful that they will find what they seek through friendship and community. For we are all Turali.
Understanding with Mamuk? What sorcery did she use on them?
Her OnlyFans accounts. The lizards prefer fur. Just saying.
All of which is to say that, as I've come to know our nation, I've seen the ways in which we thrive, and the ways in which we still struggle.
To be fair, not much of a nation.
Some in Kozamauka
There's 5 villages.
must resort to banditry to survive. A
That's it.
faction of Yokui still cling to
That's a
dreams
county.
of conquest. Not everyone
what that
lives
is.
in peace and plenty.
That is
And
That
there's
is not the
still
setting
so
for a
much of
vast
Tulihyolal
continent
I
of
don't
people.
know. Places I haven't seen, and people I haven't met. That's why I hope to keep learning about and from you, that we might build a nation where everyone knows happiness. Because if there's one thing my
Can't
journey
help
has
but notice
taught
that the
me,
crowd is
it's that
very
your
quiet.
happiness is my happiness.
Can we just go over that line for a minute? Because that sounds like a dictatorship line. Like,
I say
Oh,
mine,
the follies
but
a
a bond
happiness.
servant doesn't need to be a single person. Does it?
Oh dear. What is she doing?
Ah, here's where it all turns to shit.
Yeah. My father led Tulihiolau to prosperity by the resolve and reason of his 2 heads. But my one
She's
head
got a
can only
point.
get us so far.
She's got a point.
To further change our nation for the better, I'll need someone else. Someone with the knowledge and insight that I lack.
Off to a good start. Is this where we pick Evu? Did we
So what do you
did we
say?
pick did we pick
Be
Wukavu?
Dawn servant with me, Kona.
Damn it. Oh yeah, it was pretty foreshadowed. I'm pretty sure we've had a conversation about this. Like there were roles that could be given.
Lamachi, are you certain?
Absolutely.
Nothing
You
says
take reason,
fuck up
and I take
like
resolve.
fucking it up together.
Together, we make a full Dawn servant.
You'll have no objections from me, of course.
I'm retired.
Mine
I don't
is
give
not
a
the
shit.
approval you need.
I've bought a villa.
During my time abroad,
I'm moving to
I
Ratatan.
experienced the benefits of foreign technologies, some of which I introduced to our nation. Dirigibles now
Kwana.
soar the sky in the south.
He's the first
While
lad to
locomotives
introduce
traverse the
the
land in the
nuclear
north.
bomb. Papa Jojo retires to his own island sanctuary. Yeah, just stops
I
giving a
was
shit.
convinced that by imitating foreign powers, we could assert our strength and thereby deter invasion. Yet despite my intentions, I failed to understand what I was too eager to cast aside. And the very people I wish to protect.
Like, there does seem to be this overarching sentiment that none of his kids know anything.
My own
About
journey
where
has
they
taught
live.
me that culture isn't a hindrance
Like,
to
we just talk for a
progress.
moment that this isn't their problem as
But a shared
characters. This is
value
their
that binds
father's
us.
problem.
Connecting
The
lives
man
and
who was
generations.
supposed to have brought unity to the entire continent
With your blessing,
met everyone and knew
I
all
vow
of their
to help
struggles, and not
Tuliyola
once
prosper
did he
in
try
a
to
way
pass that on
honors
to
the
his
hopes
kids.
and heritage of all her peoples. My esteemed predecessor.
Waited almost 20 years
Would
before he
accept
went, you know
nothing
what?
less.
Fuck off. Just go for a journey. This is where I started. Go on. Maybe you'll learn something.
For ultimately,
He's gonna take a boat to
I harbour the
Eorzea
same
and
wish for
AFK
my
in
sister.
Limsa.
to give you cause to smile
You'd never see him in Limsa because he AFKs to the
That-
inn.
is my heartfelt desire.
Oh, props to the one lad who wanted to clap. I actually quite like that Makote's jacket, the one that had the fur on it. No, Limsa is not the place for him. He's too innocent for Limsa.
Glad this didn't go to
He's
waste.
unified an entire country. It's not too innocent for him. He's not innocent at all.
This is the Lay of Legacy, the part of the Tulihyola saga where you and I become the next Dawn servant.
That's Wargamore. It's from a level 80 dungeon. Fantastic. I will keep that in mind.
Good heavens! Don't tell me this is what kept you so
Could I
busy
stick it on
ahead
a
of the
gunbreaker?
ceremony.
Who's it for?
Just so you know, I didn't decide this on a whim. After reflecting on all we've been through, I realized it was the only answer.
This is probably the maturest decision I've seen her make this entire story.
With this,
And it's also the
both
only
my
one with
brother
proper
and I have worthy
with,
successors.
with proper dialogue to script out the
He
reasoning.
would have been proud.
Well, it's a shame he's not awake to see this.
Of course you knew.
Oh, he's dead.
It's been 3 years since my brother left us.
Yeah, he's dead. That's been unfortunate. Jesus Christ, he's had a dead head attached to his shoulder.
It's no longer with us.
Oh, tragic tidings.
I didn't want to believe it.
I'm sorry I never told you. We wanted the people to rest easy until our successor could be
I
chosen.
wonder when the necrosis would have set in. Yeah, or the gangrene at least.
Planning
Because,
the
like,
right was my brother's final duty. He was determined for it to serve the nation's best interests, and labored nigh without cease. And
the
then he
colouring on it's
died,
kind of frightening because it looks
forcing
like the
me to do
colours
the
left
actual
his
work.
body.
A sneaky bastard. But he did well. I have to give him that. The outcome speaks for itself.
I think that one was range. Might have been the caster healer one
To the
though.
original script, your new Dawn servant rises. May they shine resplendent, and their rule bring light ever greater to Tuliolol.
So when do we get to see the other brother? After their dark whisperings as they were disqualified. Wuklamat was brilliant up there, wasn't she? The part with the second promise was surprising, but between the two of them, I dare say our new Dawn servants will be capable of anything. The future of Tuliola is bright indeed. Lads, this is all going to shit in a handbasket pretty quickly. Earlier in Lockdeal. How long before I get to go north?
Change is in the air, and it's all because of our little firebrand.
Yeah, but how long will the change
Every
last?
Ilmer father's daughter, that one.
Every part of me says
I'll
to
be watching
question
where you steer
everything, but at
this
the same
nation,
time, I
lass.
want to feel surprised.
With what time I've got left.
Now, for someone who might not have time left... Yeah, wait, hold on. He's been in power for 80 years. Savantland's at least 100. So how long is the minimum life expectancy of a fucking Eorzean? Who's about to slap us from above here? Huh. Apparently the minimum life expectancy is not long enough. Mamulja, we're tired of eating bananas and we can't grow anything else. Bringer of Light, have you tried finding crops that will grow in your meteorite-enriched soil? It's like, no, we didn't think of that. We just went straight for murder. Shit. So I've learned Zanshin. Oh, okay. Right, so you go from Echo to... Fair enough. That's grand. Don't need to put you on. Hey, sweet orchestration. I love freebies. Freebies enlighten me. They fill me with happiness. Uklamat has surely come into her own, has she not? Indeed, even as she moved the people with her heartfelt words, she retained her characteristic spontaneity, as evidenced by her nomination of Kwan as fellow Dawn servant. Sudden as it was, I'd like to believe she gave it all due consideration. About time to yippee-ki-yay mofos. She could do far worse. Kwan completed every feat except the last, and that he only forfeited to help Wuklamat secure victory. I look forward to seeing how Tuliyola will prosper under their care. I like how I'm just falling over words I'm usually okay with. Yeah, so who's doing the murdering? It's hardly the brother. Everyone, thank you for coming. I could see you all perfectly from up there. That was an impressive speech, Dawn Servant. I told you, no titles. What was the fucking point then? Besides, after everything we've been through together, you're nothing less than family. It's still a title though. So, like my family does, I'd like you to call me Lamati. I'll try to pronounce it correctly. This part made me mad. Really? But don't worry about that. However you say it, I know it'll be with love. If we do mispronounce it, please correct us, but it will be my honour to call you Lamati. How come this part made you mad? Indeed, consider us Eorzean cousins if such a notion appeals to you. Eorzean cousins. It's a little embarrassing, but not in a bad way. Because, like, we as a group are from a completely different continent, completely unaware of the language. Or the pronunciation format. There's still lots I'd like to say, but I need to make my rounds first. I want to thank my supporters who are visiting for the occasion. Could you wait for me here? It's like if everyone just started calling Graha Raha, like Kral does. It's supposed to be a familiar term of endearment. I don't think it takes away from it. If everyone starts calling her Lamati, then it loses its meaning. Yeah, but that says everyone does, but it's only within the group that she's travelled with. It'd be different if she had the entire village do it. Ah, fuck. Fair enough. Let's see where that's going. I already figured it in my head when I said it, but I was kind of hoping I was talking mind gymnastics to myself. Of course, we'll keep ourselves entertained. That said, would you join me, Rathian? Wonderful. Come and meet me outside the Winged Walk, then. Midriff and all. Ooh. Oh shit, I am 86. Still an 85. Right. Who isn't level 86? Sage. Sorry, Viper, but I need to get a healer along with a tank to 100. I've upgraded Reaper and Viper chest pieces. I will need to make sure I'm getting myself a couple, or getting myself Poetics. Just so I can do something with my Reaper when I get there. Ready, let's go. Our first stop is Auntie's Tacos, and not just for a snack, I promise. Wukavu and Mablu should be there. Now, accompanying you. Hate these accompanying missions. They're not the worst, but they're not the best. Right, can you fall with me, please? Thank you. Also, my Pallian Warrior, White Mage, and Sage are now 99 each. Ooh, very nice. So close. Then we'll be finishing Machinist and Dancer, and then slowly working on the rest. I do half and half them. I was following the MSQ. I was following. And then I went, fuck it, straight to MSQ. I will level after. At least then I'll have dungeons and that I can actually go through. But at least I can omni-roll just about anything. See, that's my idea as well. I'll probably get the Black Mage to 100 before the Pictomancer, unfortunately. I think I might still prefer Black Mage. Dawn Servant Woklomat. Words cannot well express the profound joy our ascension has brought me. No need for familiarities. I'm still the same old me. And Bard for my physical ranged. Alright then, I shall forego formalities. Ah, but I cannot, you're Dawn Servant. Too disrespectful it is to address you without your due title. As Dawn Servant, I'm ordering you to not bother with formalities. Alright then, I won't bother anymore. I can't get a grasp on this guy. Could more easily converse with a drunken alpaca. Thank you for helping Wuklomat become Dawn Servant, Rathian. Political opinions in our community may have been divided, but a Dawn Servant's ascension presents us all with a prime opportunity, which is why I convinced everyone to participate in a commemorative sales campaign. A wonderful plan, no? My first big undertaking as a merchant. I do like the sound of a sale, so long as I'm not persuaded to buy too much. It's so good to see all of you again. I wanted to personally thank each of you for your help. The feat of Reeds and the feat of Gold were my first true tests as a claimant. If not for your guidance, I would have failed the right of succession before I fully understood its importance. Now that you've given me a taste for celebrating culture, I can't wait to see what else Tuliol has to offer. In Shak Taral, for instance. As always, you must observe proper etiquette. I'd be happy to offer my services as a tutor, should you desire them. I can think of no better instructor. I'll be sure to bring Kwana as well. Your duties as Dawn Servant will be plentiful, but don't forget your promise to attend Ihihana next season. Of course I wouldn't miss it. When I've made a name for myself as a merchant, I'll come by the palace and tell you about my biggest sales. I look forward to it. I've been personally attending to your alpaca's care. Dare we hope to see you at the range again? Or the ranch. Not the range. It's not with the alpaca's fur. Tell my fluffy spit-filled friend that Wuklamat will visit soon. Anyway, you'll have to excuse us. Oh, you haven't seen Fontaine around, have you? Tall, slim fellow with long, pointy ears. I saw a man matching that description by the weapons dealer in Bayside Bevy, company of a moblin and a pair of Yakwai, if I remember correctly. Bayside Bevy, got it. Enjoy the festivities, everyone, and the tacos. Jesus, it almost feels like the end of an expansion the way this has been trailed off. Not quite sure this part has to be dragged out this much. Bear with me. Bear with me real good. Yeah, there we go. There's drops for Sea of Thieves and I want to get them. That's the explanation. Size of that fucker! He really isn't built for this town. Dawn Servant, Rathian. You honour us with your presence. Thank you for coming, everyone. I know the journey to Tulial isn't a short one. Piff po. Long road worth the travel to congratulate new Dawn Servants. To hear the head of reason has passed brings me sorrow, but we who remember him will ensure he lives on. May the accolades of his day be as offerings to the future he envisioned. The High Luminary and I attend on behalf of Whirler's Echo. Had our people come en masse, we would have been an obstruction. Nonsense, you're always welcome. All of you. This is your city as much as anyone's. I'm glad to see you hale and whole. Rathian, though I know little of the particulars, I can only imagine your latest adventure has been both long and colourful. Beginning with near shipwreck, if you'll remember. Yet here we stand, celebrating the ascension of your claimant. When my journey began, I thought only of the preserving the peace that my father worked so hard to create. But the feat of Potts, the feat of Proof, and the feat of Ice showed me that peace is not simply the absence of war. Being able to live together in safety and happiness, that was what my father envisioned for this nation. That's the Tuliol I want for you all. So I promise you this, as Dawn Servant I will do everything I can to bring that same happiness to the bandits in Kozamauka and the Yakwai of Shuguar Saltern. I won't forsake them. That was a fucking mouthful. As I was moved by your father's influence, so too may the Sherguaga come to accept your peace. Their beliefs have stood for a millennium, while not easily shifted, neither are they immutable. Well, I can be pretty determined. They'll come around eventually, mark my words. I can vouch for the efficacy of such determination. Thanks to the Moblin's hospitality, I've been able to rediscover the joy of my craft and honour my father's legacy. Oi, Taz. Congratulations. How'd the raid go? How'd you do? Did you get any nice? 5 out of 6 persons, it takes longer. Well, I imagine if you haven't got max people. Why did you only have 5 people out of 6? Now that good living is secure, the village overflows with field smiles. Such cooperation between help hands and potsworn is the very spirit of a healthy pot pact. Partnership like yours is bound to be fruitful. I look forward to seeing the fantastic pieces you produce. There are some other people I'd like to see, so we should take our leave. Let's try and find Honmu Rook. The Sherbraxrax. I believe I saw him on the sands below. The Gleam Sands, thank you. Enjoy your time in the city, and remember, this will always be your home too. Even if you're way too fucking large for it. I guess the upside of living on a mountain is that there's nothing above you to slap your head on. Bow, 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 bow. Ah, here we are. Daddy! My, you honour us with a personal visit, Dawntrail, and congratulations upon your ascension. No, none of that. My title may have changed, but I'm still just Wuklamat. More than just, I'd say. You've grown into a leader fit for this nation. Your father must be proud. I hope so, but big events like this make me wonder, you know? What my birth parents might say if they knew. I imagine they would say that it fills their hearts with joy to see the strong, compassionate woman you've become. Owe you my thanks as well for fulfilling your promise to me. I told Bakal Jaja to stay with us so we could all congratulate you in person, but he marched off muttering something about not being able to face you just yet. He went to go have a wank. The boy needs purpose. Purpose beyond catering to the demands of others. He was always too obliging for his own good. This game became a furry's wet dream. Ah, you should see WoW. I'm sure he'll find it in his own time, especially if he knows his family is there for him. That we are. By the by, have you seen Kettenram anywhere? Tanqua, that is. Kettenram was a strong name, if a bit exotic. We called upon him before leaving Mamuk, but he wasn't at home. I don't recall seeing him at the ceremony either. First Promise was notably absent as well, though I assumed he required time to salve his injured pride. Everyone thought he'd be the one to succeed Papa. My victory must have come as quite a shock to him. As for Tanqua, I'm sure he's around here somewhere, or ready to appear when we least expect him. About that. I don't think he's going to appear the way you think he's going to appear. You know, because there's like, maybe a bit here, maybe a bit over there. Be some off over there too. Ooh. We'd best be going, but relax, enjoy and make yourselves at home. And come and visit us anytime. Have you ever... The worst thing is, you know when you're being really nice to people and you're having a lovely conversation, the conversation ends and you go to part ways, and you decide, you know, we'll be friends, you know, have a lovely time, everything's great. You know, you should pop around to ours sometime, you know, we'll make an evening of it. The worst thing that happens is that they then pop around some evening. There is nothing worse than just being nice to tell someone to drop by and then they drop by. That can ruin an entire weekend. You know, you've everything planned out for yourself, strategically placed. You know, it's just you and the weekend of freedom. And then along pops a bunch of people you met once and just happen to mention they should come visit sometime. I feel sorry for anyone that ever happens to. This is why you keep your lights off. Always check the peephole. Never answer the door without checking first. It'll save your weekend. Alright, I think I found everyone I could find. Let's return to the others in the Winged Walk. Actually, to bring it back to a further point, I think 14 needs more furry characters, to be honest. We need a lizard race. It's a shame they don't really plan on adding any. Because, like, this would be cool. Being a Mamulja would be pretty cool. You already have 2 races to choose from. You can have a fucking strength or magic. Alright, where are we going? Alright, back up. Back all the way up to the little castle, temple, villa thing. Give me a teleport, please. I want more bird races. We've got so many cat and dog races in MMOs. Yeah. Bird race wouldn't be overly that bad. Are there any Final Fantasy bird races? Yeah, there's the Aegil from Final Fantasy 2. That's kind of the only mention, really. And be honest, they're not really a bird race. They're just people with wings. It's all the air. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 others, alright. But then they look like they'd be NPCs more than anything else. They don't look like they'd be playable in-game characters. But yeah. How you doing, Poyo? That's your fault. Why did you say hi? Why were you being rude? It's like you were just hiding in one of the potted plants in the house. You just never said anything. Because the sound was off and then I forgot about it. Oh, thank you. So you just forgot about me. Oh. I have pride too, you know. I have feelings. I can pretend to have feelings. I'm so easily forgettable. He'll come back. I hope he didn't rush on our account. Turn the sound up.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
No.
I have. Sorry for keeping you all.
Didn't really... Yeah, sure, you kept him all, but
Now,
you fucking
there's
dragged me
just
along.
One last matter. What Kona spoke to you about.
Oh, God. I'm going to be
sure he made
the...
it
Am I going to be the
abundantly
gimp in the
clear.
dungeon?
But I'm completely serious.
Don't call me old Steve.
I want
Come
you
on.
to stay
My
in
mortality is
Kurosawa
a
with me.
fickle topic. Very old. Thanks, Poyo. Appreciate that. So glad you could just... You could drop that in.
I'm not forcing you, of course. But should you wish it, you'll always have a place here.
Can we go to a place that has more beaches?
That's right.
I'm
this
doing
is for
good,
you.
HC. I'm doing alright. Best I can at my frail old age.
A
How are you
permit
doing?
Granting passage to Shatural, which, as I recall,
How are things
you've
been?
yet to see. An adventurer like you could hardly resist, no?
beaches. Denied. Texas. It's grand. It's desert. Show me Death Valley.
I can't believe our journey is over already.
Doing pretty well. Good. I got good stuff coming my way. What kind of good stuff? Are you liable to say?
You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end.
Well, when we said we'd stay with you to the
have
end,
my
we were expecting the end to be a
eternal
bit
gratitude.
further.
Thank you.
But I'm glad they wrapped this part up pretty quickly. It actually probably would have gotten real bored real
You
quickly if
better
it
get
stretched
going.
out to the end.
I need to start learning all my
Even if it
official
was a
dawn
bit
servant
too
duties.
quick.
I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City too, once he tells me. Till then, feel free to pass the time as you like.
To Texas!
For now, I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Charlian.
I'm gonna wait until I hype too much about it. Fair enough.
What about the rest of you?
Sometimes you have to hang on to that hype.
Alizé and
Can't
I
spoil it
also
too
intend
early.
to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald.
Okay, alright,
By
lads.
hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations with Mamouk, we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other.
Would you
The question
call
is how
anything
to
she
encourage
did
it.
as
And by
unexpected?
seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints.
Like, was any of it really unexpected?
Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tula-Yolal as well.
Well,
By all
we
means.
would love you
Your
to
rooms
stay,
are at your
because I would
disposal
like to
for
see the
as
rest of us
long
if you
as
don't
need
mind.
them.
And what of you? Thinking of touring Shaktural, perhaps?
Yes. That's the plan. We have a goal in mind.
Of course. You're hardly the type to leave half a continent unexplored.
I need to, I think I need to get a new jacket for my,
Then
Sage.
perhaps we could travel together.
One with a bit more resolution, perhaps.
The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Shaktural. If you have no particular destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you en route.
Well, I couldn't possibly have a destination on mind. I don't know the fucking place.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
Don't tell me what to do. I'll do what I want. I'm gonna go down to the beach. I'm gonna have a really heavy meal and then jump straight into the ocean for a swim. Piss off like 4 generations of parents. Eating has no effect on swimming, by the way. You bunch of liars.
When you're ready, come and meet me at the Shaktural Skygate.
That character sounds Finnish speaking English. Oddly enough, I don't think they knew what accent they were trying to do to begin with. Rabbit-eared one with dark skin. Oh, Ernville. Ernville's great. But yeah, a lot of them for some reason don't really...
We're friends to the end,
There's
you hear me?
not really
Friends
matching
to the
accents.
end.
Disagree, it's much harder to swim while eating. After eating. Swimming after eating. I've seen people swim while eating. I actually don't know what you're talking about. I've seen a man devour a Big Mac while doing the backstroke. Didn't even remotely slow him down. Though I have to be careful. We might give McDonald's ideas. Who knows when the first McDonald's is going to open up a fucking boat drive-through. McDonald's opening the first ever sail-through. Oh damn it, let me sprint. I've literally backpacked across the entire world. You'd think I could sprint for longer than 3 seconds. Past these gates and over the bridge lies Actoral. You have your permit, yes? Packed and ready? No last minute stops to make before we leave. Forgive me, I'm afraid travelling with our new Dawn servant may have scarred me for life. Really? You didn't really fucking do anything? You just sat back and watched. I've returned. Had to get to lunch. Oh, lunch was great. You weren't eating while swimming, were you? You need to avoid soggy lunches. Don't know what the fuck I'm on about. I also think most would find it harder to eat while swimming. Soggy burger. Not if you do the backstroke. Backstroke could keep calm. Okay, so what's the brother doing? So clearly he's murdered Kettenram. And now he's stolen a bunch of keystones. Ernville has been trying so hard to do his own personal trip. And we've just sidetracked him. Okay, so what's happening here? You have to be a member of the Mamulja or something to open this. This is the gate to the Golden City. 2 decades ago, your father bade me transcribe a letter to a scholar across the Salt, petitioning the study of this place. What he discovered was something the Dawn servant feared enough to seal away forever, or so we thought until the right's objective became the City of Gold. But to think that Tonka would be entrusted with its safekeeping, had I known that doddering old fool carried a set of keystones, we might have spared ourselves those tiresome feats. Great power seeps here, and with it you shall obtain your birthright. So you say, yet the new Dawn servant succeeded where I could not. Taking their throne will be no easy task. The resilient son underestimates his own potential. There's no need for worry. I have liberated the key from the Dawn servant's vault. You alone have the means to unlock the gate. Oh, it's an hourglass. You'll gain all you were denied, the right, your father's shade. These bitter memories shall soon be forgotten. Seize your future, promise. Open the gate and become the ruler you were destined to be. I can't even begin to imagine how this will go wrong. What are we releasing? What is it that he himself is going to have to atone for later on in the story? For his character arc of being the good brother. Is someone there? Can you hear me? At last. Who's there? Show yourself. If only I could. Alas, this gate will not open for me. Only the key in your possession can connect us. then you are the guardian of the city's great power. It's got nothing to do with power, does it? I do not claim this power is great, but the knowledge I possess is enough to realize my any desire to remake worlds. That's not good. Is that so? That's not good. Ah yes, begin the ominous laughter. Fascinating. Name your price then, for my desire is the world itself. That's not what she said. Why didn't you do the laugh? Because Chrissy's asleep and I'm afraid if I go into evil laugh mode I won't be able to stop myself. I will become completely engorged upon it. Yes, yes, the resilient sun rises. Together we shall create a nation worthy of our ruler. She said remake worlds. She didn't say... I think this is like a monkey paw. Oh, fantastic. I got what I wanted. I hated that cunt to begin with. One of the worst written villains I've ever seen. Like the whole story arched on him, and it was a good idea. But Jesus Christ, the way he was written. The useless tool is cast aside. Well, this can only bode horribly. Deliver me a new world, one that bends to my will. As you wish, but in exchange. Do you want the lizard D, or like, what's up? Damn it. I know you want to keep suspense and all that jazz, but god damn it. Ready to get underway? And present your travel pass to that guard and let us be off. You won't have to wait long to enjoy sightseeing. The bridge to Zactural is a wonder in its own right. Yeah, I'm assuming Penny can't say, but she wants to say. That or she's been typing for the last 10 minutes. This gate is barred to all save those who had expressed permission from the one of the Dawn servants. Signed by our vow Waklamat herself. My apologies, sir, if you'd wait here just a moment. The music is incredible. It's genuinely fantastic. It's my favourite town music ever. Within the first 5 days, yes, you did speed through it. I don't know where you got the fucking resilience. You have your suspicions about the key, the one that looks like an hourglass. The hourglass with what looks like the branching of time inside it. I fucking like it. Oh, Jesus,
on the far side
really
of
is
the
Texas.
Bridge unfolded the wilds of Shaloni, where the sun guides in the Shitona tongue. A harsh guide, to be sure, with its blazing rays scorching the land and hardening its inhabitants. But sweeping change had come to the arid expanse when, beneath its red crust, vast deposits of ceruleum were discovered. Embracing this opportunity,
oil
Valhalla
barons
supporters hurtle on, driven by dreams of a future illuminated by blue flame. It is here that our journey continues, our path taking us along winding roads of steel. Each length of track a declaration of hope and ambition.
Ah, Shaloni.
My home, Yasulani, lies past Shaloni. It will be a long journey, but the railroad should make it easier.
Okay, so they have a railroad.
As for the way to the train station, let's ride these fellows, shall we?
The hell are those things? Those aren't chocobos. Buffalo. I was quite happy with Buffalo. Buffalo sounded great. Short on Ronique. Right, so if one will suffice, I have a creature ready and waiting. But if you need two, then you'll have to wait. The Ronique have been acting strangely of late, more easily spooked and otherwise disagreeable. Picking out the few fit for Renton's proven bothersome work. Those are big fuckers. Ronek. No, we're not doing it. Nope. They're usually so docile, and the ones I saw earlier didn't appear to be unhealthy either, but much has changed since last I was here. Not the best start to our journey. Damn it, I'm going to be thinking about it the whole time now. Still, the train station isn't far, seeing as we aren't in a hurry. Let's go on foot. About that, sir. As well travelled as you look, it's not only the Runique that have been giving us troubles. Other wildlife have shown signs of aggression too. Merchants should be returning soon with one of our beasts. Stick around till they do, and I'll see you both on Runique for a safer trip. Your offer is most appreciated, but I don't think my friend here is particularly concerned about the wildlife. But the Ronique, Arnval, the Ronique! They look fantastic. This is your first time in Shaloni. I can understand your enthusiasm. It'd be a shame not to ride one at least once while you're here. Fair point. If we're to give you the authentic Shaloni experience, I suppose it's worth the wait. Could we not both ride it together? Why do we need two? It's fucking massive. Right, change of plans. There's a small town nearby. We can pass the time there while waiting. But it's massive. Take it you're heading to Yashtawi. Then I'll have a man bring the Ronique over there. Just mind yourself around the drunkards and troublemakers, eh? What do you mean there's a town nearby? We're practically in the fucking town. Ah, of course, Poyo had to find a new place to craft. Don't know if you're dressed well enough for Texas. Imagine me doing this as a Lala. Nope, doesn't fit. No, it really wouldn't fit. Actually, that would be quite terrifying. Though, maybe during the Old West it might. I'm sure they had a kid or two trying to craft things. It was a different time. Yeah, I'm 90% certain what post MSQ will be about and where we're going next. Is it Canada? We're going to Canada. Get up there. 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 You are giving me seasickness. One sec now. I back my... God damn it. Yeah, there has to be fucking another way. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course. Of course there's just stairs. Of course there's stairs. Why wouldn't there be stairs? You just let me dance against the side of the building for fucking 5 minutes like a complete and utter gobshite, and then point out there's stairs on the opposite side. Thank you. We'll take the stairs then. Fuck's sake. Here we go. Brilliant. Yay! That tiny boat. It's like that one person in random latex you see in it in a nightclub. Clearly 50 years past their time. Still trying their best. God, the healer or more you get from one of the vendors here is horrid on Lalafell. Boy, will you stop just transporting along like some weird Slenderman? Just scooching past me like it's a Silent Hill game. Last time I was here, it was little more than a camp with a shop or three.
Well, well.
Ooh, voice
It's
acting.
become a proper town.
I wouldn't say proper. Like, come on, look at the place. Look at the place. It looks a bit, shabby. Shack-like, even.
Hey!
Okay.
Now hold on a minute.
Digging the outfits.
Some sort of trouble.
If it has a pub, it's proper. I think they just came out of the tavern. Lads,
I'm talking to you,
what the fuck's
you
this
old
about?
bastard.
Give me strength. For the last time, the investigation is closed. There's no refuting the evidence.
His earring's pretty
I
cool.
don't give a shit about your evidence, you lying scum. You release my friends, or I'll make you wish you had.
Let me remind you who the scum is here. Your friends, who had the temerity to point their firearms at me, the deputy chief of the Dust Watch. And after taking them into custody, what should we discover but incontrovertible proof that they had committed larceny?
Okay, but usually you'd state the proof.
They will not be released until they've paid for their crimes.
I like his jacket,
I'd
though.
heard the peacekeeping force had been formed to deal with growing lawlessness. Seems the situation is bad indeed.
Did he just call him scum because he's a ginger?
Still can't get up
Hey,
a
come on.
fuss, eh? Sounds like poor Zekua needs his bottle.
Sure he wouldn't prefer his mama's tea?
It's not a pub, it's a saloon. You're right. It's basically a bed and breakfast where you only consume alcohol. Or because he's short.
Me like a child, will you? My friends haven't done anything wrong, damn it! They've been framed!
What next?
Oh, stubborn little
Where
runt.
are we going to stab me in the pride next?
Listen here, Zekua. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you'd best comport yourself like one. That means respecting the rule of law. Order may be precarious here in Shaloni, but it can be had if each man does the right thing. And for those that don't, well, they have to answer to the Dust Watch.
Dust
Now,
Watch
run
is kind of a
along
cool name.
And think before you cast aspersions next time. Lest you hurt my feelings.
I don't know if I like this man or not.
Fine. If that's how it's gonna be.
Cool, we're going to have a good old Western showdown.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Oh, Estinian's here.
Is that?
There's a time to fight and a time to withdraw. For you, that's now.
What? Hey!
What are you doing, Zekawa? You better not be stirring up trouble.
This seems like it's a bit drawn out, I'll be honest.
Wahute, you sack of Ronek shit! This ain't over. You hear me?
Oh, Ronek shit. Okay. Right.
You want to tell me what that was about?
Nothing that need concern you, sir. Zekawa is simply struggling to come to terms with the low character of his friends. But for good measure, I'll have the men keep an eye on him.
I guess it was better than saying bullshit.
Yes.
Yes, probably.
That.
And it makes more sense. They don't have bulls. Well, they do have
Now,
bulls.
if you'll excuse me, I'll go make my rounds.
Plus, it makes more sense to say Runnock. Big buffalo-looking motherfuckers. So why is the Stinian out here? Guessing he was friends with Galujal, so probably just gave him a
I wasn't
permit.
expecting to see your faces among the crowd. Talk is rife there's a new Dawn servant. Take it you found it then. The Golden City.
Estinian being random as fuck is awesome. It's probably the only way they can put him into
Contest is
things.
over. And as I needed to return home to Yasulani,
They've already figured him as
I
a
offered to
loop, so
show
they
our
don't really
friends
need
some
to
of
explain him.
Shaktural. What brings you north?
Nothing in particular. Just seeing what there is to see.
How very like you to have no reason to do anything. He just goes around the world sleeping on friends' couches.
I'll be able to enjoy a comfortable life on the road for the foreseeable future.
Deal.
But for now, I shall be moving on. Oh, by the way, I recommend you try the Sabatender. They may not look it. They're surprisingly delicious.
Okay. Is this the arc where we just meet Estinian in random places
We
now?
don't serve Sabotender here.
Why am I looking at him so lovingly? It's like my character was romanticizing the idea of him coming back. Because we love him. Yeah, but that was kind of weird. No sooner did we set out than we run into excitement. At least no one was hurt. The Dustwatch has their work cut out for them. For as long as I can remember, all disputes, big or small, were settled by dueling. Peoples of Saloni rarely saw eye to eye. I couldn't even say eye to eye right. And for better or worse, it was the simplest way to settle differences, since most would sooner not risk their lives, though it encouraged parties to pursue peaceful resolutions in a roundabout fashion. Dustwatch was likely established by supporters of Kona preferring peace by enforcing through the formal rule of law. A reasonable stance, all things considered. If things ever got out of hand, the Landsguard would be forced to step in. What freedom they have now would be lost under Zeralja's authority. All of which is to say that, unless a lengthy stay in a jailhouse appeals to you, be mindful of how you handle your arms in town. I handle them attached. If we can keep them attached, that'd be great. Just like to think the stableman has arrived with the Ronique by now. I'll go ahead to check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find us when you've had your fill. Grab the 8th right if you don't fucking mind. The loving glances are for the fanfic writers. Oh, I'm sure if you Google Rule 34, it's there. In all of its veiny majesty. Oh, sweet, it did bring him down. The friend, I take it. Sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife's not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid of. also been a rise in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we've got a lengthy list of folks wanting to use our Runreek. Which is why I have to ask that you stop at Sheshinwezi Springs. That's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dustwatch dealt with the banditry? Kamaka and his fellows are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them all up's easier said than done. If you've anything of value you want to take care. Well, thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then, if you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. Ready? Then saddle up. Your friend seems to know the way, so I won't bother giving you directions. Okay. Is that me who knows the way, or it's himself? It makes more sense. Why would I know the way? I've never been there. I don't even know where we're going. It's your first time, so let's take it slow. Take care not to let... Thanks for fucking off so quickly. Gotta love and doing laundry and you start putting it away to find one sock missing. Look, it's come to this point where I have a sock drawer just for missing socks. Just so I can start pairing them together when I find them. It's my least favourite pastime, but I hate having odd socks. Few liable opportunities to replenish water supplies. Travellers turn to non-platenders, whatever that means. Not just for the water in their stems, mind, their fruits are also said to be both nutritious and delicious. It's a hole there, some might hope to find water there, but it's brimming with ceruleum. The eruption of flames from within make for a spectacle, inspiring cautionary tales of people who wander too close. The Wallaki, meanwhile, show great reverence to ceruleum and its blue flames. Today I found it in the hood of the hoodie I immediately put on coming out of the dryer. That's why when I take clothes out I always shake them, just in case. Especially hoodies or bed clothing. Anything big enough to catch them. Yeah, those stuff are also staticky as fuck. Oh, they really are. So anything especially stock suck though. Oh, it's worse if you put like a wool jumper or that in. And you can't find the wool jumper because every other piece of clothing has just melded itself to it. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Runique. Now then. This town looks exactly like the last. Which is Sheshinwezi Springs, perhaps the busiest town here in Shaloni. People travel here from all over hoping to find their fortune. The change come to Huashtui is surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They've achieved a great deal in the 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Iate is her name, and if she learned that I passed through without saying a word, she'd never let me hear the end of it. She set out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she travelled about Tural. I can but assume she too came here seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let's see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Let's grab the Aetheryte first anyway while we're here. It literally just looks the fucking same as the last town. Did we even leave it? How far away is it? Oh, it's a fucking region away. Oh, it's not a region away. What? Oh. Okay. Thought there might be more to that. God damn it, Poyo. Basically fucking Slenderman. What lovely boots you've got on. What lovely boots indeed. How you doing, Timazilla? I think the idea is that you cross through the Mexico region into what's basically southwest US. Oh yeah, but it's still the fact that kind of map seems a lot smaller than expected. I'm assuming there's another region past all this. Thoughts buzzing around my head. Buzzing? Like flies? I can't be healthy. Yes, I'm Leote, and who might you be? He's my friend. Limber, limber. Ignore the cracking of my bones. Could it be? Goodness it is. This is not the last map. Thank fuck. Grown man, you were such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been there a year since last we spoke. 2 more maps. Oh, that's not bad. Really? Only 3? I suppose it all starts to get hazy after a while, living as long as we do. Well, this is Liette. She's known my mentors since they were children. Bones made of crackers. Thanks. Thanks. You know, if I drink my milk, they might be stronger. Nice to meet you. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown. Elin Shaba. He is not fond of that name. Eileen fucking what now? Alright. I was born Eileen Shipa. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to Eastern Viera conventions so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nevertheless, I would appreciate it if you would continue using my chosen name. Homecoming. You know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping grounds a visit myself. It'd be good to see Chichua again. Normal sounds then. Thanks. She's the finest archer I know. Alienshipa's mother and mentor. Every time I dropped by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast prepared with the fresh game she'd hunted herself. Elenishipa. Look, I can barely speak English. You're impressive with the bow too, Liet, even among the Shatona. Oh, I couldn't compete to Kachua, but her skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Galuja's travelling companions, after all. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Tyrol lit a fire in her. Even after Elenishipa was born, she often left him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. Got it right the last time, right? Or at least closely. Oh, how would you cry and beg her to take you along? It must have been hard on you. Pia. God damn it, HC. Liet, please. But we're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best efforts, all paths led nowhere. I assume it was but a dreamer's fantasy, or fancy, employed to goad me into experiencing the wider world. But it was real, and we found it. You found it! It's part of the rite of succession. I assumed everyone had heard. It's amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. You guys try to beat a pigeon by playing chess. The pigeon is just going to shit on the board and fly away. You already lost teaching him names. Thanks, Taz. I appreciate you backing me up by slapping me in the back of the head with a plate of lasagna. Well, we should be on our way. Thank you so much for stopping by. Give my best to... Why did that just skip ahead? Okay, you're on. Why is this all fucked up? What's that about? Well, we'll investigate. Please wait here. Well, you can go investigate. I'm having a drink. It's grand we caught her. She thought she was being coy, but she was not being coy. Yoink. You can screenshot it. Direct! And there was no consent. Oh god. Should really have thought that fucking sentence through. Don't doubt they are the infamous local bandits. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. That's Namika, Wuklamat's nursemaid. What the fuck is she doing all the way out here? Erinville, Rathian. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. You are the shittest bandits I've ever seen. Fantastic coat, though. Fantastic coat. If you so much as nick her neck, you won't live to regret it. Oh, yeah? Hold on, did he say this is Wuklamat's nursemaid? Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss, we'll deal with this. Okay, so he's intelligent. Logically thinking. Please, you have to give it back. While the secondary lad, who is giving the actual orders, might be the stupidest motherfucker in the entire story. I'm going after Namika. The lot I leave to you. Cocky bastard. I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. We can deal with them later. First we need to put this one in the dirt. Joke's on them, I'm a healer. I can heal myself. They'll have all died of scabies before I go. How are we doing, lads? How is everyone? Oh, thanks. You're just gonna let me wind up here. No problem. Yep, no worries. We'll just do this like it's a fucking Bruce Lee movie. Just sit back and spam one. Self-healing's great healing. Dead if the boss finds out. Yes, yes you are. You've also just disappeared from reality, so I think your problems are a bit worse off than you already think they are. Did we get the 8th right? Did I? I did. All's well in the teleporting well? I mightn't have thought through any of this. The music here is fucking lovely. Oh, jeez. Little house of the prairie. Dark. Oh, I can't even go inside. Great. It's a cemetery. Well done. Thank you. Without your help, we would never gotten to the bottom of that. If you be Sherlock, I'll be Watson. How's that work? Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. The bandit managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they're headed. You said they stole something from you. A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Wuklamat. I see, close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. But what brings you all this way? With the right of succession ended and Wuklamat crowned the next Dawn servant, she's ready to stand on her own. I told her as much, and of my plans to return home to Yasalani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. Oh, you called it a house, and then Derek. Man, you're more lost than the childs I leave at the gas stations. I referred to it as the Little House on the Prairie. It was a TV show. A very old TV show. It filled me with such joy. I wanted everyone to know. Everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by my vow of resolve. And now it's gone. I would have left them take every coin to my name, but only they had left me that bracelet. From the 1700s. I think it was like the 80s, but it was set in like... set in the early 1900s? I think. I'm not quite sure. Hello, darling. Thank you kindly for the sub. Thank you very, very much. Any chance do you know when the Little House on the Prairie set? You're a connoisseur of old TV. Show the boobs. I can't, Loki's sleeping. He's not amenable. He's still very cranky. If no one's going to chime in, I'll Google it myself. That cat has seen worse. You're right, he has. When he was a mere little kitten, he decided to accidentally stick his head into our toilet. As I was peeing. It was unfortunate for him. Little house. It's on the prairie, isn't it? Used to have to fucking watch it every goddamn Sunday. There it is. Fuck me, it had 9 seasons. Yeah, so American Western. Sorry, I was wrong. It was set between the 1870s and 1890s. About a God-loving Western family. It was as weird as it fucking sounds. I told him that multiple times and he just doesn't want to. It's not about wanting to. I just feel that if I give away the mystery, you'll have all gotten what you wanted and leave. It's a show of resolve. You have to keep a bit of mystery. If you reveal the mystery, no one's interested. Someday I'll let you see my 6 nipples. Today is not that day. He's seen mine so often, but not once can he comply. Did you want to say comply or compare? Because those are two very different things. One's a whole lot darker. I showed you my nipples, now comply. Comply. I'm very tired. That just sounds terrible. That sounds dangerous. Very dangerous. I don't consent. Besides, I can show other things than my tits. I'm not quite sure what I could show, but I'm sure eventually I'll come up with something. Does anyone want to see my toes? You're not seeing them. No one gets to see anything below this camera length. You can all happily believe that your government are just lizards in masks, but I'll let you know I'm just a raptor from waist below. Shake that cake. Ugh. The fact that you had to say cake is just deplorable. It's more of a pretty little bread basket. I'll take offence to your cake. I'd ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. It's the look of a cake eater. We're getting that bracelet back. All this chat about cake and nipples has completely deterred me from the enthusiasm of what this storyline was. I'm going to be honest. I'm more invested in the idea of a cake now. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I like how they always assume we're doing it for their sake when I'm doing it for a sense of adventure. Like everyone assumes that we just enact violence on the idea of protecting people when realistically we do it for our own interests and entertainment. I can assure you no harm will come to us. Rathian will make certain of that. Oh, fantastic. I'm just the weapon again. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. I can see why Wuklamat put so much faith in you both. Before anything else, let's see her back to Sheshawin as he springs. She'll be safer in town, and with Liette there to keep an eye on her, we'd have nothing to worry about. Why does that bot have Prime Gaming connected? Because they're probably email verifying them. Or they're hacked accounts. Remember, kids, 2-factor authentication. It's a ball ache, but it'll be worth it, believe me. It'll save you some trouble in the long run. This does not fit the aesthetic of this place. As you wallop into town on a fucking sentient mushroom. I'm quite sure this is not how John Wayne would foresee the foreseeable future of Western movies. Hacked probably was created in 2021. Yeah, and they were probably hacked. Either hacked or there's some random, I don't know, payment advertisement method for just going and doing it. Enerville told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. That bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. We go burn a cave, assuming they're living in a cave or a shack. If it's a cave, we'll go as a cave, and if it's a shack, we'll burn it down. Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. While I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as this involves a gift from Wuklamat, we must be mindful our actions might reflect upon her. I doubt Namika would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dust Watch. Well, now that makes me think you're strong. Really strong. Are you? Could everyone stop revering me for being strong? I may have saved the star on one occasion. Question. If Sharlayan went out of their way to let everyone know on the star about us fucking off to the moon, and that we were going to hold off because we were going to save it, why does no one outside of Eorzea know? Were they just very selective in who they told? You saved the star. That's a bold claim to make, but if it's true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? I want those boots. Let's see. While of late there's been talk about some unsavoury types coming and going from Tanawadi to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? Of course it's an abandoned mining town. Why wouldn't it be? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place. I can let the Dust Watch know if you like. No, not yet. It'd be best if we went alone. I wonder if the Dust Watch have their own Jon Snow. And this Jon Snow knows just a little. There's something I'd like to ascertain, if you've no objections. Right then, let's be off. Now please not get stuck in it. And how far have I got to travel? Well, judging on the distances on this map, I'm assuming it's a 16-second journey. I appear to be stuck in some fucking woodery. I also need to find out what levels I can unlock flying at for everywhere. I may need to go back and do some looking for the 8th occurrence. That does not look healthy. Even remotely. You could throw a stone from one village to the other. That's a really shit hiding spot. Seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. Oh, sweet gimp costume. Oh, that was my favourite time of the 1800s. All the cowboys walked around in just tight leather. They've made no attempt to conceal their presence. How can the Dust Watch not have noticed by now? They all look like they're dressed. Judas Priest. Question for another time. First we must find the bracelet. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Is this the part where we find out that the Dust Watch themselves are a part of the group? Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. He says as I walk around in pure white clothing. It's still level 95. What is still level 95? How we doing, lads? Just wanted to say hello. Yeah, you can keep hitting me. I don't mind. You touch me real good. Bandits will notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. And into reality they disappear. Fantastic. Oh, I'm a master of just deception. Pure, utter deception. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand. Praying we'd strike it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the dust watch off our backs. Ha! Hey, watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but who'd ever believe one of them sainted souls were running our crew? That drunk who bought your story about the gold-shitting alpaca, am I right? Lots of heavy laughter. Oh, you lads. Oh, Jesus. Were you here all along? I'm so sorry. Oh no, I've healed. How could I? It's nice just being able to tank everything. Why haven't I leveled all my healers this way? I could have easily just leveled 4 healers for the MSQ. But instead decided to try and level fucking everything else. I could have made my job so much easier. Oh, down she goes. Aether current. These things are like crack. Doesn't matter what you're doing, you just gotta drop everything to go get it. I would suck a dick for an Aether current. Anything to get flying quicker. The bandits will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. Why are you all having evil macinated conversations in all the shacks at like the same time? As you lean in to listen, a familiar voice rings out through the wall. Is it the first dude we saw who was supposed to be like the deputy? I don't know if you realise how oddly well timed that was. I thought that was the game. That confused the shit out of me. It had the complete opposite effect of what you were probably hoping. It didn't scare me. It did, however, bewilder me. Thank you for the bits, darling. I should have realised how fucking loud it was in my ear. As we were saying before the ominous whispers of the dead intruded. Let me out of here, you bastard.
That man should be arrested immediately.
Shut your mouth, you snivelling little brat. How dare you? How dare you? It sounded like someone making out with a mic. It did, actually. It did. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. Vulture, but most of all, you tell him he can eat shit. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. Ah, so the young lads are part of the bandits. Don't understand why anyone should be arrested, though. Why would you want me arrested? I thought you'd want me around longer than that. You know I couldn't do well in prison. They would throw me around like a fucking dog toy. I would go for a lot of cigarettes. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud. Oh, I brought back a prize you're going to love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet. Beautiful, ain't it? But it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot, how are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please. Please. I'm sorry. I've seen this before. Is this in the trailer or something? Why is this giving me an odd sense of deja vu? Reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions? Sell it for a song. Here, your reward. Don't bring me this kind of grief again. I think he's about to find out it's a lot more grief than he hoped for. I won't, boss. Thank you. I must say, the dialogue is a little lacking. Why did I walk all the way around the shack to talk to you if you were next to me? Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. Yes, get me out of here. Let's just go to hide behind a random rock. So, were you able to learn anything? Yes, they're uncultured. They all live in shacks. Their leader is a man of the Dust Watch. I would explain why these bandits have been able to do as they please. You said they gave the bracelet to him. Seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? Zakawa, that's the boy who confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? Did you say they threatened to take him to speak with the Vulture, their leader's Allah, or alias, no doubt? Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea who's behind the recent rash of robberies than Hushuati, we also know he has the bracelet. I'm assuming it's the dude in town who's like the deputy. He's the ringleader, right? Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though, if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. I'll storm their hideout. I can take them. Please don't stop me. Give me something to do. The direct approach may have served you well in the past, but it won't suffice here. Wiyate is the deputy chief of the Dust Watch. He could claim we're the criminals in all this, and no few people would believe him. I might have a plan. There's a small settlement to the southeast of here. Luatanuasa. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. That's a mouthful. If I even came remotely close to pronouncing that right, it would be a fucking miracle. An absolute Christmas miracle. Jesus, the music's gotten real, real solemn all of a sudden. Fucking size of that bridge. Knew it was supposed to be big and realized it was that big. I just want to fly. Guess we'll just fucking hop the whole way there then. Yeah, the saboteurs out here are just freakish. Absolutely freakish. That's all your towns are like right next to each other. To retrieve the bracelet without conflict, it won't be done barging into the front door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yetsia, dragon-like creatures that live to the south of here. It's their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of a female in heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create I can create an attractant that resembles this scent when burned. We can then lure the HCI into the bandit's hideout, flushing out the vulture and his gang. Then, while they contend with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. While you see to that, I will go and procure the remaining ingredients. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of any aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plants we require. Here, take these 3 pouches, see them filled, and I'll handle the rest. Oh, fantastic. I spend most of my day cleaning up cat shit, and I'm spending my fucking time in virtual reality cleaning up dragon shit. I play games to escape fucking reality. And yet you hand me more responsibility. Ah, nice Triceratops. Okay, I see everything out here is dinosaur related. Dragons and cats are alike, to be honest. You're right. They purr when you scratch under their neck. And both like to knock shit off shelves. Dragons. The assholes of mythological creatures. Survey the area but see no sign of Yetchia droppings. I keep hitting fucking my skills because I got a new mouse today. It arrived to replace my Logitech one. I decided to bite the bullet and get a Razer Naga. It is actually more comfortable, but it lacks the size that the Logitech one has, so I'm kind of getting used to trying not to tip the fucking number pad. You survey the area but see no signs of droppings. And you feel like a dragon stepped on you when a cat steps on you, or when you're trying to sleep and the heaviest one of the bunch jumps on your chest. You find a pile of Yetchia droppings and gingerly scoop them into your pouch. You know what, I'm also careful when I'm cleaning up cat shit, so that's understandable. No. No, no, no. Guys, could you all fuck off while I'm just enjoying the music? Ah, finished already, are we? Excellent, this will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumbleclaw fibres, dried Nopalantenda root, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let's get back to Tanuatai. I'll brace it for trouble it. Where the hell do I get writing maps so I can make shit quicker? The length of time it's taking me to travel from place to place is really weighing on my patience. Everything's ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Ooh, money. Shared Fates. Unlock level 2 for writing maps. Ew. Shit, maybe I should have done that. 90 bi-color gemstones. Oh, I'll keep watching from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The Ezio will come soon after. Maybe I should start doing some Shared Fates. Just gonna walk on past you guys. No one sees me. No need to. I am a master. Master of subterfuge. Yeah, I didn't actually need to come here. So I think at least 7 Shared Fates unlocks level 2 and should give you almost 90 bicolors. Ah, just almost. Booster shots. Seems more happy with. She's more happy with just sitting there and she's like sleeping. Uh, 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I need to go pee. Right, I'm back. I needed a piss. I'm sorry. How are we? We'll get back into it. Fuck me, it's warm in here. This room is vastly warmer than it needs to be. Be honest, it's not a day for pants. Back up my screens. Scrambule. Anyway, what's that smell? Oi lads, the smoke's pink. What the fuck's going on here? Ugh, that reeks. I love that music. What did you put in the fire? Wasn't me, I swear. Which one of you took a shit near the campfire? Ah, did something die? Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? Ah, I knew he was the ringleader. Boss, over there. Is it just gonna be a horde of dragons? Oh? What in the world? They're actually a bit more badass up close. Holy shit. Run for your lives. So the smoke's what drew him here. I swear, when I find out who did this... Do I have to wait? I could just walk out now. Let's say our friends have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now, they're gonna kill me. No, they won't, you're inside, you're fine. I'm begging you, please. Shush, they'll hear you. Shit, who was that? God damn it! Yeah, you gonna help me out or what? Just leave that guy. Fuck him. The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. I need a better eye patch for my sage. I really do. Are there any good healer eye patches? One with preferable die slots. All that effort and naught to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologise, we were planning to save you. Eventually. Never trust a healer with one eye. Well, to be fair, in the throes of battle, Comrade could have been blind and I could have just decided to surgically implant my eye into them. If anything, you should trust me even more. I was willing to do surgery on myself and the patient. Really, I don't even know who you are. You secret admirers of mine or something. No. You look terrified. I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they called the Vulture, I've seen his face before. Was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one the same when he's not masquerading as gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back something the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I can do after you bail me out back there. I've an idea where he's hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. This is all feeling very A Realm Reborn. No doubt that you do, but we do need to know what it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so those bandits at Tanawadi, they're called the Daybreakers, and it was me and my friends that founded the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves. Kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help to even the odds. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how. With a duel. I see. By the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held to account for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made damn sure they did every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends commanded a force to be reckoned with. What do you mean, our name's Steve? How dare you? Then about a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question, but when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he really won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Guyana and Lewin, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. And he accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he'd win. But when the day came, he showed up with Dustwatch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that wasn't enough, he set their bail at a price no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dustwatch. And that's why you're ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was until that guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the Vulture's minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner then. Well, you know the rest. You said the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they all working for the Vulture then? No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kamaka, he's as honest as they come. Staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my word against the deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where the Vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namika's bracelet. What do you think? What it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. Ah, plan. Fantastic. All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at Sheshawani Springs. Sorry, Sheshawezi Springs. Nailed it. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. It would appear that we're in the Dust Bowl of the West. When do the sandstorms stop? When can I take pretty screenshots? I got none of them applauded me just sprinting back to town. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Well, well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. That sound would do my head in. Yeah, he moves the spoils in cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They're mixed in with regular shipments of fuel into Lial, where they're sold off. You said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his tail, chances are he's eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he trusts a lackey with that business, even the provenance of the piece. No, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight till he's got coin in hand. Wasn't sure what to make of you after Hishawadi, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. His hair frightens me. Ah, well, not my finest hour, I'll admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If he's going to catch him, we need to bring him back, or we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. Could just beat the shit out of him and drag him back to town. First, we need to lure him away from here, over to Hishawari, where he would be ideal. For that, I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the other to search the barrels for any stolen goods. And using that will expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if he's carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there'll be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I'll challenge him to a duel. Duel. That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but like before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman and child of the wilds understands the importance of duels in the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. Would you not just let me duel him? But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we'd be using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, and he will, that'll be the end of the vulture. The plan's not without flaws, but what do you think? Yeah, as long as we get the bracelet back, I don't care. Just get it done with. That bracelet's really important to you, huh? Don't worry, I'll see you get it back. If you're satisfied, and so am I. I knew I could count on you. Did you? Because, like, you fucking don't know us. We don't know you. This all seems a bit weird. It all seems a bit way too weird. I was seen in Tony Eye, so it's probably best I stay and search the barrels. You were seen, actually. You're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Yishawadi. Once you've got the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright, let's get to it. Cool, let's just randomly walk up to him in front of his storehouse. Wouldn't want him to think we were watching him from afar. Issue we're likely that Chatona's doing. What's his angle? And there's that brat. It's past time I dealt with him. Rita is oblivious to your presence. Perhaps a gentle poke will get his attention. We could just slap him. What's this? An unfamiliar face in these parts. I can surely trust you. Ahem. Have you need of the Dustwatch, sir? Fuck me, he's gullible. What? The guy tried to rob you, but you apprehended him. I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned to a life of crime. How awful. You have my sincerest thanks, sir. Might I trouble you to take me to him? He's now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order. Okay, brilliant. Wow. Wow, he's so simple. He's really shit at his job. Ask about springs. Not that this is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist. Shesawezi Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. You mean like yourself? Do we need to talk about the goatee? Is he not going to have questions about how we managed to apprehend him all the way out here? I think it's a bit far. Is this the place? I don't see him. Just a little further. Ah, I see. Very well, lead on. I'm sorry, but would that not have been the first sign for him to think, this is a bit fishy? I'm being driven quite a bit away. Okay, thanks for helping me, lad. How fucking generous of you. Take 2 seconds. I'll have to do this. I have to go and feed my cat his medicine. You alright, Loki? You a bit hungry? Will we sort you out? That. Okay then. Where we? Okay, come here. Come here. Mwah. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Mwah. Hey, stop attacking my mic. Mwah. Get some food? Let's get some... Okay, claws down, claws down. Oh, very sorry. I'll be back in a second. He needs his medicine and some food, or he's going to act up for the evening. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. The feeding has been done to a degree. Oh, as we were. Is this the place then? I could have sworn I left him here. It's some sort of a joke of all the... Let's keep moving. Yeah, let's keep going. Follow me. Be a lad. You got a mount? No, it's okay. Let's use my car then. No, leave us be. Of course you couldn't give a shite. Right, survey the land. This better be the place. You really want to attack me? You absolute dickhead. Really, now you're invulnerable? Dickhead. Absolute dickhead. Who's fucking attacking me now? What? Right, okay. Okay. You do your walk. Now get fucked. You could die quicker, that would be lovely. Sound. Alright, so can we actually do this now, please? This better be the place. Ah, now I remember. Patience is wearing awfully thin, sir. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I both dearly regret. I would fucking love to see you try. Anyway, I'm going to get on my wolf. Follow me, please. I'm sure this time I can remember. Fuck off, Sunbeard. Before I turn you into a freshly shaven fucking beard. To ignore. Oh, it's feet though. I like the idea of that. You like the sound of this. Sweet, I got one gemstone. Incredible. Gift that keeps on giving. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Zakoa? Me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. Goodness me, where could he have gone? That's it, I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey, wait, you looking for me? You want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. How much harder, you say? We don't know. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you. Finally, some actual writing.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well, well.
Gather round! Yeah, yeah.
Outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag!
You just didn't... You just didn't decide to report it?
So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shisenuetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for
We took
coin.
Final Fantasy XIV to bring you Clint Eastwood.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, now he knows he fucked up.
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
Well, it's a shame it's on his back pocket now, isn't it? You would have had to arrest yourself. Isn't that a shame?
What's the meaning of this, Wahoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the
He
bracelet,
literally just said he
yes,
didn't
but
have it.
Only because I found it. I swear.
Which means he shouldn't know what the bracelet looks like, but now he knows what the bracelet's
They're
like.
the real criminals. They
You can-
concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Wahoote, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
It's kind of a shit way to settle things, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, have at it.
It's kind of a shit way to settle
Pistols
things.
do the talking. Please.
Your Honor, that man
Do
is
you
dead, so
honestly
clearly he was
believe
in the
you can
wrong.
goad me into playing your game.
Disagreement settled.
You refuse then? A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
That sounds like a lot of...
Come on, Zakawa!
Just a lot of shambling.
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Does he say just watch like he knows things? If he knows things, why has he not worked on things? It sounds like a really shit sheriff. Oh, it just happened to fall out.
Shit.
Just happened to fall out.
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
Well, okay, just that easy then, yeah. I love how quickly we rounded that up. Incredible.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Wihute drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go.
Texas.
As are your friends.
Ah, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wild.
You shot him in the dick.
Like you.
Self-defense, though. Loophole.
But to think that Wihute had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
I'm sorry, how did you just glean that information on the spot with no one saying anything?
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakua? What do you intend to do now?
Why? What I've always done.
I'm going to walk around the town and shoot people.
Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
It's a loophole. It's a really shitty loophole.
This was Vawuklamat's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes. A person very dear to her.
Question, if we were supposed to be uniting the entire continent as part of the Vow of Resolve and all that jazz, question.
I suppose this is where we go our
Why did we
separate ways.
only look around the south?
My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
Why did we not learn anything about the people up here? Why did that not matter? Ended up being rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. Finally it's over. I couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Lots and lots of coin. It's like no one here understands how to just give gil. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to Shezawezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. Well, we weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the springs then. Oh, good call. Teleporting it is. Teleporting for Christ. My bracelet, thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It's a part of me I could never hope to replace. Truly, Wuklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends. Well, I wouldn't put it quite that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there's no denying the depth of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so. Can't say I'm surprised the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him. An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. There you are, the real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Goanna and Lewin. If it wasn't for you believing in Zekwa and doing what you did, you'd still be locked up. You've no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wiyute behind bars. We never gave up hope that Zekoa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our grasp is smaller now, and our group is smaller now and lacking in strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dustwatch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right? Right, and you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you? Well, we won't need a duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match our beat by speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that you have my word. What are those? What is she wearing? If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest. These old bones, you see. As I'll be here a while yet, though. Let me do if there's any way I can be of assistance. Are you not planning to take the train home? Oh, train service has been suspended, didn't I tell you? You mentioned no such thing. Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed as well. Oh, of course, there was an earthquake here. Of course there was. An earthquake, it must have happened when we were still down south. There have been quite a few tremors of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself. Let's do that. The station's just over there. Oh, fucking righty then. Whee! It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays. Well, I can fucking imagine so. What's anyone to do if the tracks are fucked?
We're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
Yes.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
Because we were listening.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work.
Go buy some more hands and boots.
Time-consuming enough to inspect
Tell me of those
the tracks
boots.
after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
The succession ceremony? We would have been in Tuliyollal at the time. If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
Unless someone was remaking the world, those boots look great.
Having seen my fair share of tremors, if I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
Well, he's trying to offer help. It doesn't mean
What
he
about
can.
you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
Yes, we'd be grateful. Tremendously so.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Headpants.
If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Boots, where do I get them? Those are awesome. I need them.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
Be ready for the fields. How many are dead?
There they are. That's them, the 2 volunteers.
Yay!
Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Midway. And this grizzled mug is Zoppia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Wee.
Much obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
I also enjoy sarsaparilla. Ah! Well,
Something
fuck me.
the matter?
Jesus, that was a long time ago. Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys? Thingamajigs with wheels you travel on, kind of like trains.
Trolleys? They're fine, I suppose, but they're no match for our cerulean-powered engine.
She's absolutely glorious, let me tell you.
Well, we'd see in this timeline your wife
You should
survived.
visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first.
Okay then.
Come on, no time to waste.
Let's go ASCII. I still want those boots. Them boots. They might have been made for walking, but god damn it, I want to walk in them. Come on, Anvil. Though no small number live in Shaloni. Or sorry, Shaloni. I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads. Come, let's follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. The train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from outside. I'm quite taken with the sleek design of the headed myself, though if you peek through the windows, you can probably catch a glimpse of... Enough jabbering. Shenza, thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it. We'll see you later. Suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way after all. What level is this for? 96. Shit. Crap, I hit the button again. We have fallen behind. I may need to do a roulette or two. Show them the meaning of speed, Mr. Gecko Lizard. Speed. Yes. Onwards, upwards, downwards, inwards, outwards. I like it. 'Tis whimsical. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Well, Watsoin should be to the north or northeast of here. Let's continue on. Wee. Yay. Wee woo. The fuck am I doing? This place is great. It's actually really nice. Music is so fucking somber though. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Should be told, I've never had direct dealings with the people of Iwatsuan, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. Oh, okay, so they're indigenous. I'm assuming that's what I'm to glean from this. Ah, such lovely clean air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shetsuwani Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. Glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I'm Huato, chief of the Metsuwatsuan, and this is my son, Shepetto. Of course it is. Pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome and apologise for our sudden intrusion. I am Walika, station master of Shaktaral Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks and we require timber to make repairs. This is Rathi and Erinville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You've a most curious air about you, of oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of fair winds blown from a distant shore, though I know not where. I gather you're not from these lands. I'm a traveller of the stair. Constantly gets eyelash in his eyes. Surely I'd love to know more of you and the lands you've seen. You wouldn't be too happy. We've kind of taken the piss with them. The Ronique gives us strength and the eagle wisdom. That's where I was going with indigenous. I'm told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you're curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as our love for her lands and her children. The Hetso in particular have done much to guide our way of life. We're to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads. The Hetso teach us all these things and more. It's for that reason I believe that we're attuned to the shifting winds around us. Feather Miko, not Dot Miko. I see that word Hetso. It means leader of souls in the Hetsero tongue, does it not? It does. There's many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsero. Here we look to the Ronrique for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of Aether rites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there were certain things that gives us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbours in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Yes, we need to ask you a question of ass to mouth. Wonderful. We do not often receive guests come such a long way, and my son's always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you follow me. I assumed the fluttering of the ears was supposed to be adorable, but I found it real creepy. It was like he was undressing me with his eyes. We don't reject outside influences from our traditions so long as the plot demands convenience. Conveniently placed alpaca. I'll speak frankly, we fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronreek have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. Stableman near Hoshawati mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions, since others were drawn to this land by ceruleum. Shaloni has undergone a transformation. Shaloni. Go on. And the railroads are a part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronreek are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this, we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetsero, but all of Shaloni. Perhaps you should bring it to the attention of the Valquana. Valquana, you say? You know him only through rumours, but he is apparently... How shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof, he values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. Mind your tongue, Geppetto. While there is a grain of truth to the rumours, he's not nearly as bad as they make him out to be. Can you add dampeners to the drains, please? Could you please move away from cerulean-powered steam and perhaps to some ether instead? You know, make that kind of, more silent energy. His journeys have changed him for the better. He's a passionate man who cares for his people like his sister. Is that so? That is certainly a side of him we weren't aware of. Rathian fought beside Valquana in the Right of Succession. I take his word over rumours. He took part in the Right of Succession. We're that close to the Dawn Servants. I was grateful for any help, but I had no idea I recruited a bona fide hero. Lads, I'm more than a hero here. I'm a fucking legend. Your lunchbox could not hold me. The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there is clearly much we do not know. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds to that, open our minds that we might see Valquana for who he truly is. You think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. See? See? Why did we only do half the island? I don't get it. Why was that it? Maybe not a lunchbox, but I wouldn't say no to a pack of playing cards. Fuck off with playing cards. Unfortunately, my first visit to the States was not too long after 2011. The summer thereafter, unfortunately. And I remember it vividly because after spending quite a happy time in Disneyland and got myself some Spider-Man fucking cards, unopened, unpackaged, well, still packaged, they were quickly taken from my bag and torn through by security. It was painful to watch as a child. I love Spider-Man. It was the only thing I was able to get. It really did ruin the experience of opening them when I got on the plane. I can see the reasoning why, but still, I was a young child. It hurt me. Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful that he will do the same. I wish I could be a legend in playing cards. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please take all that you require. We still have those cards. You think if I cared enough, I would have fucking kept them. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronreek foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad. As if needs be, we'll seek Valcona's counsel. My thanks again for your time and the timber. We shall endeavour to return the favour. I hope to see you again soon. After you've ruined our bountiful nature. Arthur Morgan, is that you? Reminds me of the first campsite. Second campsite. We've more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. Didn't expect we'd be given this much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands on a Ronreek? I won't be long. I'm glad that went well, and thankfully it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. Acacia weapon coffer. Ernville regards the pile of timber with undisguised weariness. While we wait, we could get started moving the timber somewhere more accessible. Shouldn't take long if we split the work. God damn it. You'll have 2 minutes to complete this task should you fail to... Wow, I have 2 minutes. Why would I only have 2 minutes to move this crate to the main fucking road? Like, I hardly doubt they were going to be aiming for the main road if they fucked off before we decided it was a bit much. Also, couldn't we have just put it here? Why am I going all the way up here? Like, what the hell? Why do I need to put in so much effort? Superhuman strength. Well, you kind of hope I had superhuman strength after everything I've done. I also never got the 8th right. I should think this will be enough. Mighty kind of you to move all that lumber. Sorry we didn't make it back sooner. We'll see to the rest. Once we've repaired the tracks, we'll have you on the first train out of town. Ain't that right, Chief? As much as I'd love to make it so, there aren't any spots available. You'll have to wait for the one after, I'm afraid, but you'll be riding free of charge. It's the least we can do to repay your kindness. That's fine. Namaka and no few others were here long before we arrived. It's only right they go before us. I hope you'll stop by and see the train off. It's a breathtaking sight, let me tell you. We could see it off from inside. Aneta Wiki will be driving. No engineer compares to her, and it's always a treat to watch her work. The only work we should be worried about is our own, Shenza. And we've still more to do. I'll find somewhere quiet near the station to pass the time. If there's anything else in Shaloni you're keen to see, I'll leave you to it. Thank you, I need to get myself an 8th right. There, you work away. Need some sweet 8 rightness. Yeah, here we are. Excellent. Right, I think with that I'm going to leave that there because I'm after getting quite tired. Yeah, if I drag it out any longer, I'm going to get quieter and quieter and quieter as time goes. So we'll leave it here. Ugh. Tomorrow's Thursday. Usually I would pop on for a few hours on a Thursday. But tomorrow I have a date, so me and herself are spending the day out together, so I won't be streaming. And I won't be back early enough to do one. So hopefully I can get one. I'll be back on before the weekend. As long as nothing randomly crops up this time. Though it shouldn't. The fur babies should be all well in order. I'm currently not working on videos, any of that jazz. So yeah, hopefully I'll be back by the weekend. This is a good place to pause. Thank fuck for that. I hope I'm not cutting it in half. But yeah, I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to go relax and probably pop into Discord or something. I may do some more of this off stream. I will definitely have done more before the next stream regardless. But yeah, I'm going to head, guys. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thanks for sticking around, Benny. I hope work wasn't too stressful for you. I hope you're able to get through your bits and bobs. Not MSQ. I mean not MSQ. Are there things I am to wait to see? I'm sure you can tell me in a bit, but I'm assuming you're saying not to do MSQ. I do have roulettes and all to do as well. I have a bit to do. Depends if you want to show it on stream. If I want to show what on stream. Well, it depends. I do want to plow through it. So we'll see. We'll see where my mood takes me. But yeah, I'm going to pop off and go make myself a coffee. I'm starting to get quite weary. Feel free to drop me a message in Discord. I might even pop into chat. We'll see what's happening. But right, I'm going to head off, guys. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I will be back in a... I won't be too long away this time. I might be in Discord. I'm going to see in about 10 or so minutes once I grab a coffee and such. Bye-bye, everyone. I shall talk to you after.